On this month's episode of the Local Click, we welcome Dr. Melanie Cripps with Carthage Family Chiropractic, as well as Miss Beth and Mr. RJ from the Arts Center of Cannon County. Plus, Justin is here to help us save some money for Black Friday and tech tips and more things like that coming up as well. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a fun show.
Learn more about fun local events and interesting people throughout the heart of Middle Tennessee with a dash of everyday tech talk thrown in for good measure. The Local Click starts now.
Welcome to the November edition of The Local Click. The Local Click is the technology-based podcast brought to you by DTC Communications each and every month, where we talk all things technology and local people. And with me, as we have on every episode, is my cohort, Mr. Justin Malden. Hello, Justin. How you doing today?
Listen, if I was doing any better, I don't know. I don't know if I could. I can't.
If you were doing any better, I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, I can't think of a good way to describe it. But I'm doing fantastic. Just over here living the dream. How about yourself?
Doing great. As you know, this year is getting close to being wrapped up. Are you ready for it?
You know, as we plan this, it's November, and it is hard to imagine that we are already almost to the end with just 2 months to go in 2025.
You know, Thanksgiving is always the big holiday in November, and I'm sure we all enjoy the fruits of our labor as far as cooking and that sort of thing. As far as fun things going on around Thanksgiving time, I don't know about you and your family, but we always kind of enjoy some of the great TV watching on Thanksgiving Day. Do you guys watch a lot of television? Are you?
We will have the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade.
Well, that was going to be one of the things I wanted to ask about.
It will come on. Jacob will want it on as soon as he gets up. He will want to turn it on. And then, when I was a kid, I don't remember it being on as early as it is, but that thing comes on pretty early.
It comes on early
in the morning.
Yeah. In fact, it starts at 8:30 in the morning and will be on until noon on Thanksgiving Day, and that'll be on NBC and Peacock. But it's kind of fun to hear you say your kids look forward to it too. It's like a tradition that keeps going.
Yes, we enjoy it. We want to know what you have the floats. Okay, the floats are neat.
That's a big part.
But the best part is, what balloons are you going to see? All right, what inflatable are you going to see, and who are they going to come out with?
Well, in addition to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, it's always fun to watch on television. It's a huge NFL game day as well.
Yeah, I think it's a Thanksgiving tradition, and I will say this, DTC 3 will be playing high school football.
That's exactly right.
On our local channel, yeah, so we will have a selection of high school football games from this season, so some recent games featuring our teams playing on DTC 3 during Thanksgiving, because it is a Thanksgiving tradition.
That's right.
So we want to make sure that we're following along in that. We'll have some other special programming as well, but high school football will be a part of it. I don't know that it is well known as, the Detroit Lions hosting the Thanksgiving game.
Maybe not.
They're the first game. They host a Thanksgiving game every single year. It's the first game that's on television each year, though they've had a lot more success recently than they have over the past couple decades.
True. So basically, it's just a great time to be with family, to enjoy each other's company, eat some great food, and have some great TV entertainment, and just be thankful, right, for everything that we have in life. So I hope everybody will enjoy some of this content and some of our football games as well, and just have a good time with that. But it's going to be a great program. We're going to have an interview in just a few minutes with Miss Beth McCrary and RJ Palhegyi, both with the Arts Center of Cannon County. They're going to talk about the remaining shows for 2025 as well as their schedule for 2026, so you don't want to miss that. But first, let's speak with Dr. Melanie Cripps with Carthage Family Chiropractic in Carthage, Tennessee. And for this segment of the Local Click, we're very lucky to have Dr. Melanie Cripps with Carthage Family Chiropractic in Carthage. Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate you making the trip over to Woodbury to our studio to talk about your business and look forward to learning more about the chiropractic industry and some of the different services that you offer. I just find that fascinating just as a whole. So
wonderful.
Tell us about yourself and your family and how you got started in the chiropractic career.
My parents moved us down to Nashville when I was 3. And I grew up in Nashville, went to public school, played softball and soccer, mostly travel softball growing up. And I went to Tennessee State on a softball and academic scholarship. And I was pre-med, but it's weird because I was going down a pre-med path, but my injuries in softball, you just kind of push through when you're you just do it. You just do what you have to do.
Kind of ignore it and keep playing.
Yeah. So I had a lot of little aches and pains. Nothing huge. Some dislocated shoulder, just neck pain, headaches, things like that. So I was in the process of shadowing all these other doctors for my career, including an orthopedist. I did some HIV research at Meharry and Vanderbilt. I shadowed MDs, DOs, MPs, and I shadowed my dad's chiropractor. And I saw that and I was like, man, this is really cool. Like, this is what I want to do. I think I really want to help heal people with my hands. And he said, have you ever been under chiropractic care before? I was like, well, no. He's like, well, you can't do this without getting adjusted first. So in just a few visits, my headaches were gone. My shoulders were better. My back was better. I was able to play at a level where I didn't wake up with aches and pains all the time. And you had 10 games a week and practice 2 times a day and you're lifting and you're sprinting. And so I could tell the difference in my performance, and I wish I would have had that all along.
Wow.
And so it was a no-brainer for me. I was like, I want to do this for everyone.
So it went from an interest to you were totally sold.
Yeah.
Because it helped yourself.
Yeah. It changed my life.
Well, what led you to Carthage from that area and to being the owner of your practice?
I was in Nashville in an internship and looking for jobs. So I had an offer in Huntsville. I had an offer in Mount Juliet. And I saw this chiropractic office for sale on this website from like a year before. And I was like, there's no way this is still a thing. So I reached out and she said, yeah, no, I'm still interested. And she was wanting to do some different things. And I came out to Carthage and I didn't know anything about Smith County other than the fact that I had played travel softball and I had actually had a coach and a few teammates from there. So I went around to a bunch of small businesses and just asked if there was a chiropractor here, would you guys be open to it? And what would that look like? And people were so friendly and encouraging. And yeah, we would. And, we would just want availability to get in and we would want this. And we would, they told me how open they would be to it. And at the time, the chiropractor that was there, she was unable to be there for those times. So I was like, okay, I think I could do that. So 11 years ago, I signed on the dotted line and walked in and put an air mattress in there and in the back, and I would just stay there so I could get up and clean out decor and old files and closets and just kind of breathe life into the practice itself. I think that's really what it needed, was just for someone to care for it, just like any living thing. And I think the public noticed, and they would come in and I'd start adjusting and getting people under treatment plans. But I think it was more of being there and caring about my patients and caring about the community and the health of the community itself. I definitely put roots down there. I'm married. My husband is Melanie Cripps. He's an ADA out of Smith County. And at the time, I was single when I moved to Smith County, but it was easy to put roots down and stay there.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Well, what are some of your most common services that you offer?
So chiropractic care is definitely number one, for the reason being of the nervous system. So social media, has its downfall, but some of the good things about social media is I think education is now out to the masses. And another good thing is kind of COVID. After COVID hit, I think it really broadened people's horizons and opened people's minds to true healthcare. Yeah. And not just sick care. So you'll see a lot of things on social media about regulating the nervous system dysregulation, getting in a parasympathetic state. So that's what chiropractic care does. We work on the nervous system. And that's what I tell all of my patients who come in the door. I get a lot of people that come in for neck pain and back pain. But just as I was as a patient, I didn't realize that chiropractor could do more than just work on neck pain and back pain. It wasn't until I got in there that he helped my shoulder and he fixed my headaches. And so to educate people on what we do is we are taking pressure off of the nerves of the nervous system. We are helping the nervous system regulate itself because your body knows what to do. It just needs to have the correct environment to do so. And if you are having pressure on the nerves and on your nervous system, you're not able to heal. Your brain's not able to connect to your body correctly, and your body's not able to send messages to your brain correctly. So you're not able to function at 100%.
Kind of describes maybe some of the less known but equally important services that you offer.
So I noticed when I got to Carthage that of course I want to adjust my patients, but sometimes I would need them to go do other things and there was nowhere to send them.
Right.
So coming from Nashville, I would think, I'd send them down the road, or I'd find a good doctor to send them to for this. And I realized in the first few years of practice that if I really think that that's important, I need to carry that service myself. So I went and got certified in dry needling. I do a lot of dry needling on patients and have seen such fantastic success stories there. We do spinal decompression, so any herniation of a cervical or lumbar disc in the back and neck, which can cause a lot of excruciating pain, but it can also cause a lot of weakness and atrophy in the muscles. So that's really important. We have cupping. We have a fantastic laser. So it's a class 4 laser, which removes inflammation. So it's really going to help you feel better in the moment. But more importantly, that laser will trigger the mitochondria of the cell to replicate energy a lot faster. So even though it might be a minute or 2 minute long treatment, that laser is affecting the cells for the next 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
And so you are speeding up healing for an entire 24-hour period. And a lot of people have, crunch time, not just athletes who are trying to get back on the field, but I have people who are like, hey, I have a cruise next week. I'm going to be walking with my family.
I want to feel good when I'm on my next vacation,
right.
or that sort of thing.
I have a wedding, or I have to get on a flight, or I'm going to be driving across country. So we know that time is valuable to them. And so we want to get them back into whatever activity it is as quickly as possible. So we have the laser. We also have something called a shock wave, which is radial pressure wave. It's the same technology that you would see if you went to the hospital with a kidney stone and they break it up with a machine. It's that same technology. It's just a little bit less intense. So instead of a calcification of the kidney, it's helping with any kind of tendonitis, fascia issues, calcification in the joint. I have seen serious miracle stories with Achilles tendonitis and plantar fasciitis, big time. It doesn't take very many visits, but we have people who swear by Shockwave. It's
wow.
fantastic. We also have some Normatec compression sleeves that are great for just like any kind of joint swelling in the legs, blood circulation issues. We have a hyperbaric chamber, which is fantastic. It's pure oxygen. Yes.
Wow.
So a lot of our long COVID and post-COVID symptoms, that's when we got it, was for COVID. So a lot of that taste and smell stuff that they lost from COVID, you throw them in the chamber and they come out and everything's better.
Oh, wow.
We have an infrared sauna, which is also great for detoxification. And then we have ALT, which is assisted lymphatic therapy. So your lymph system is really everything that's taken out the trash in your body. And so that can kind of gunk up, for lack of a better term. Mm-hmm. So especially people who sit all day, especially for 40 hours a week. So, your body is trying to get rid of these toxins and they're not moving. They're just sitting in the lymph system. So Emily, who is our therapist, will do like an hour-long session to get that lymph moving, and it is phenomenal. It is, some of the results I've seen from patients are, anything from urinary and bowel issues getting better to skin issues. I have some people who use it instead of a flu shot because it gets them through the winter without getting sick, because we're moving all those toxins out at a very fast rate, so their bodies are able to fight and take out toxins instead of just just building it, letting it build. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With that much going on, I'm sure it takes a good staff to help things move along, and I'm sure you probably lean on them. But describe your staff, if you will, and the importance that they bring to the practice.
Our patients are the most important part of our practice, but our staff is what really keeps them there and helps them to get the care that they need. Our staff is phenomenal. We're probably at about 13 or 14 of us across 2 practices at this point.
That's great.
Yeah. So our staff, everybody has a job, everybody has a system that they use, and it all works together. So I come from a team mentality. I come from a team upbringing. So I'm a team member like everybody else. When someone needs help, it's easier for someone else to step up because we know we're all working hard.
Right.
And it's fun. When you're all doing the same thing and you all have the same goals, it's so much fun, because I know that Emma and Ashley are going to be a rock star up front, and they're going to get everything done they need to do. So then when the patient comes back, then it's on me clinically. And then I pass them off to an assistant who's going to get them checked out and move to this table or move to this therapy. And it all works so well together.
That's great.
So we have a really great staff. And I think my favorite part is that everybody takes pride in what they do.
People love success stories, right? Mm-hmm. Who doesn't love a great success story? Right. So do you have a couple that you could share with us, not mentioning any names or anything, but where, someone came in with, a real issue and you were able to just really change their lives with the treatment?
My favorite cases are the ones who go to everyone else first. And then they are like, I'm out of choices. And everybody just, someone told me to try here, so I'm here. I mean, I love those cases.
Last resort type cases.
Yes, I love the last resort cases because I know they're about to be wowed. Because if the other things didn't work, and I usually know what it is with the joint issue or it's this nerve pressure or whatever, I'm like, all right, let's do this. So because their bar is set so low, they don't think I can help them, right? They're a last resort. No one else has helped them.
Right.
So those are always my favorite cases. But some of our wow factor cases are, we just had one last week. I mean, when they come in bent over, can't move, they don't know what they did. They went to pick up their car keys in the morning, or they went to go tie their shoe, and they're like, I can't get up. Okay. And they usually leave upright and in such a better mood. So those are always really fun because you can see it. And
it's immediate. Yeah.
It's immediate. Yeah. So not only them, but it's always the people in the lobby too, because they saw them walk in. They're like, that's a different person walking out. And you're like,
it's hard to hide that.
Yeah. So they're a walking billboard for the rest of the day of everybody who saw them that morning. So that's fun. People with some spinal cord issues doing some dry needling. So we've had someone who's wheelchair bound, who's got a lot more strength in legs and control of their legs with dry needling. I have somebody who was in absolute excruciating pain, couldn't brush their teeth, couldn't drink anything hot or cold, couldn't have any air on their face because of trigeminal neuralgia. And they call it the suicide disease because it is so painful. It's affecting a nerve in that exits your cranium, so it comes out into your face. And when it shoots, it will take you down. Yeah. And our dry needling is what helped her. And not only that, I mean, her quality of life. So we've got 2 of those right now, and they just swear by it. They're like, I don't even have to take ibuprofen. I just come in here and I get needled, and life is better, and I can spend time with my kids, and I can work. Most importantly, I have
those really are life-changing treatments.
Yeah, and before 10 years ago, when I was in practice, I had a trigeminal neuralgia patient who the only option was surgery. And so, I mean, they have to open your skull and go in there and try to relieve some area around the nerve. And it helped him a little, but not a lot.
Right.
So when I was able to add dry needling to the practice and work on this, I've just seen such a big change there. With our laser, I've seen some incredible changes with sprained ankles, especially for my athletes. A sprained ankle is nothing to play with, and it'll just lead to more things if you're not taking care of it properly. Right. And so in the middle of a season, especially in a postseason or playoffs, it's a huge deal. So to see a patient, an ankle get better so quickly and be able to say, hey, you don't have to sit out this game, you can play. I mean,
so you do have a lot of athletes that come in for treatment, right?
Yeah. So people ask me about demographic of what I see and what I treat. So I adjusted both of my babies in the golden hour. So that's the earliest adjustment, was 1 hour old for me. And the oldest patient I've ever had is 104. So I tell people from womb to tomb. So and I adjust pregnant women as well. So from womb to tomb. And but athletes do play a special part in my heart because I know what it took.
Oh, you understand it.
I understand it. And I know what it's like to play in pain because of the love of the game.
Right.
So if I can help you stay out there and I don't have to pull you from your sport, or if I pull you for just a little while and you can go out there and perform even better than before, like I'm on your side. I'm not, I'm on the athlete side. Like, let's get you better. So
what can someone usually expect on that first visit if they've never been before?
So a first visit is going to be just kind of paperwork, what's bringing you in, so that we can kind of cater to that. We do a great office tour because we do have a lot of services. And I've noticed that people who've been with us are like, oh, I didn't know you offered this. I didn't know you offered that. So we like to give a tour and show all of our services. I like to listen to them and see what's going on, and then just telling them how we can help, explaining chiropractic care and what we do and what that first adjustment is going to look like, or if there's another therapy that they're in there for, what that's going to look like. And then just we do a physical exam and an orthopedic and a neurological exam as well. And then we get them adjusted, and we kind of talk about what it feels like after and what to expect. Sometimes people get sore, sometimes they don't. Most of the time they don't, or it's very mild. It also depends on if you drink a lot of water, if you eat well, if you move, things like that. And then we write out a treatment plan. This is what I think it's going to take. And then I just leave it up to the patient because it's really your choice. I'm not pushing you into anything. This is what I think it's going to take based on your goals. Is your goal to feel better?
And based on your experience too, helping others with similar issues.
Yeah. And if it's someone who walks in and they're like, oh, I've had this problem for 20 years. Well, it's one adjustment's not going to fix it. I wish I could lay my hands on you like Jesus, but I can't. And so he was the only one.
You have to be realistic on some things. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, we're going to work. We're going to peel back the layers and get this fixed. This is what this looks like. If we don't have that time or availability, we will make it work and we'll push it out to this. But we try to get on the same plan because I like whatever the patient's goal is also my goal. And I think sometimes as providers, we kind of get in our own head about what our goal is and does it line with what their goal is. So I try to meet you where you are and what's your goal. So we accept all insurances. We're in network with most of them. If we're not, usually it's because out of network has better benefits for our patient. And so we'll drop that type of insurance, but we still take it for them. We try to do a lot of cash options and cash packages, and we accept HSA, FSA, because insurance wants to handicap and kind of handcuff what we can do and what the patient can do. So if we are in most major insurances, we are in network, we do take Medicare. So those things, depending on the insurance, in exams and adjustments are covered. Most therapies are covered, cupping, dry needling, things like that. A lot of times those are out of pocket just because insurance doesn't cover them. Right. So we try to do our best with cash packages there and try to do treatment plans so that if someone buys them in how many we think it's going to take, we're able to kind of help them with that. And it's not a la carte every single time. But you're there to help walk people through those options. Oh, absolutely. And kind of explain it because I know that can be kind of convoluted sometimes trying to understand kind of what's covered, what's not. And from a business owner standpoint, talk about the importance of having, a solid internet system in place and phone system and just communicating and how technology helps run your business. Is that would you say that's an important part of keeping things running smoothly? It has been a huge part. When I first moved to Carthage, I had whatever system was in place. And it was not TTC. Yeah. And it was an absolute nightmare. I'm not going to lie. And also customer service. I mean, even just to get someone on the line or to help you or to take you seriously was really difficult. So the first minute that the practice itself was out of contract, we made the switch to DTC and it was a game changer. So it has been very important, not only for our internet, our entire electronic health record system is all cloud-based. So years ago, it used to be system-based where you'd have to have this big bulky system in your practice. And now it's all cloud-based. So fast internet is imperative because I chart as I go. I'm pulling up their charts in real time. A lot of people love to do their paperwork online. So I'm pulling that up before I go into the room with them. That's important, but also our phone systems. So we actually have multiple lines and you guys just gave us a really cool thing that the girls love. So both of our practices are actually connected on like an inner kind of line. So we can call our Lebanon office without having to use our main line and they can call us and the staff thinks that is the coolest thing ever. I don't know what it is. It's a small detail, but it's an important one. It's awesome. Yeah. We love it. Yeah. And so they get to choose their own ringers and it's cool, but it's dependable. And I think what I love the most is anytime we have had an issue that we don't know if it's an issue with the line, we just know something's not going right. I mean, you guys are out there. You're in our office. I mean, all hands on deck. You're telling us, hey, it's this. And, you're in our closet because I'll come around and there's this one closet. I'm like, hey, and I know the faces and we don't have to wait. And whatever it is, you guys are going to take care of it. So we love that. Share where you're located and your contact information and how to learn more. Sure. So our first location is Carthage Family Chiropractic. So we are at 906 Main Street in Carthage. I tell everyone we're across from Sanderson and Bass, right next to the flower shop. And our phone number is 615-735-9336. You can also find us online at carthagefamilychiro.com. And we also have a Facebook and an Instagram. Our Lebanon location is called Empowered Health and Chiropractic at 1028 West Main. That's in Lebanon. And Dr. Grove is in our Lebanon location. And she was in Carthage with us for almost 4 years before she moved to our Lebanon location. So we still get a lot of Smith County people who either work in Lebanon or just they live on that side of the county. And so they'll pop over to Lebanon and vice versa, people who are in Lebanon who work in Smith County. So right. Well, Dr. Melanie, thank you so much for being with us today. And I've really enjoyed learning about your fascinating services. I just find that interesting, everything that you talked about today. And I got a feeling you're going to get a few calls after this gets out. So we love meeting new people and serving the community as much as we can. Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks for being here and good luck with everything in the future. Thanks so much. Everybody stay tuned. We've got more of the program in just a moment.
Do you know what room the router's in? I can't get onto my Zoom meeting.
Try it in our spacious new family room.
Okay. Still not working.
Try it in our beautiful backyard.
Still nothing.
Your new home checked everything off your list, except for internet from DTC.
Oh, come on!
Sign up at dtccom.net for fast and reliable internet.
Ooh, I'll get it. Grandpa! Grandpa!
Hey!
Want to play my new game with me?
Oh, sure. I'd love to. Your new game.
Let's go. I got you.
Wait, hold
Get me. No.
I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you this time. Oh, yeah.
Sharing memories while staying connected. DTC Internet makes it all possible.
It's time to hand this microphone over to Justin like we do each and every month for his segment we like to call Justin's Tech Tips.
So I want to just talk about a few things on how can we prepare for this holiday season and be better holiday shoppers. So first and foremost, the thing you have to think about from a planning standpoint is timing it to find the best deals, because that's what we want to do, right? We want to find the best deals that there are. Black Friday is no longer the standalone, shopping day. Which fun fact, do you know why they called it Black Friday?
No,
because for a lot of retailers, for their year, they would operate in the negative until Black Friday, and that would get them back in the black, and so that would turn them into a profitability status. Now, again, that's from eons ago, I would say, at this point,
right?
Because again, consumer trends have changed, but that's really where it comes from. But sales I've already seen pre-Black Friday sneak peeks, and it will continue through Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all the way through. But the big thing is, if you're wanting a big ticket item like electronics, Black Friday is still your go-to.
Yeah,
right. Black Friday is going to be the time for that. Now, smaller items, your stocking stuffers, the things that, clothing, things like that, usually Cyber Monday, somewhere around in there is usually where you'll find the better deals. Now, there's the timing aspect too of you've got to think about stock on some of this, because sometimes in discussion, I'm going to wait and see if it gets a better deal somewhere else. Or I'm like, yeah, but you may want to buy it because they may not have it, period.
That could be dangerous.
You may not just miss a deal. You may miss it entirely.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Depending upon what you want, you need to be thinking about stock. But think strategically, right? Plan what you want to do and categorize, right? What are your must-haves? I've absolutely got to have this. I would like to have this, but it's not necessarily as important. So again, be strategic. Prioritize those hard-to-find things too early, right? Because there's going to be certain things that are going to be more valuable. But how do you do it, right? You're saying, okay, well, you've told me all these things, but how do you do it? Let me introduce you, if you have never heard of this, to deal aggregator websites. And so what these are websites that exist out there who the only thing they do is they pull deals in from all sorts of retailers. That's why it's called an aggregator, because it's not just tracking Amazon. It's not just tracking Walmart. It's not just tracking Target or Best Buy. It's pulling in from all these different retailers and aggregating the deals for you.
Kind of like a one-stop place.
So that you know where to go and you can do it. And a lot of these are community driven. Now, we have seen a transition to more AI-based approaches, which I don't think the quality control behind them is as good, as efficient, is as well designed.
Right.
Your community driven sites where it's real people sharing their ideas and thoughts, and people can vote them up or down, right? So it's real people saying, oh yeah, this is a good deal. No, this is a bad deal. So you're seeing more quality products and getting rid of the junk things. Some known websites that are really good if you want a single search, a single point to go to. It's one of these aggregator websites, and one that I know you use more than I do is Slick Deals, right? So that's the first one.
That's a favorite of mine.
Listen, it's used by it's like 12 million plus people a day go to this website. So I mean, it's people all the time going to it, and again, it's user controlled, right? So users get to vote and say yes, this is good or not. But you can search for deals, and you can set deal alerts. So if you're like, hey, I'm looking for a specific item.
I actually use that.
Yes,
and it works.
And I want to know, right, whatever the product is or if it's a brand, you can set a customer alert and it will tell you, hey, you've been wanting to know about this and it's happening. So here's your real-time notification. You better go find this
I will
deal.
say this, when that deal alert hits for something you're looking for, you better not waste any time, because if it's actually a really, really good deal, it will sell out quick. So
yeah, and there's the Brad's Deals and there's some other websites out there, but Slick Deals is probably the go-to that I would recommend. And like you said, you got to be on top of it though, right? So that's why I say it is a real-time notification. But you're not going to be the only one probably getting that notification if there's 12 million people a day going to the site.
That's a good point, yeah.
So there's some others, if you're big on Amazon, Woot is really good. But Woot is different because you can't search the website. So typically you will have to find out about it through a Slick Deals or something, or browsing it yourself. If you want to, you can use browser extensions as well. So there's some browser extensions out there that will help. Keepa is one that is really, really popular. And what it does is it tracks price changes on items. Now, the caveat on any of these browser extensions, I got to say, is you've got privacy trade-offs because it's going to track what you do. So understand that when you're using this. And again, you can sign up for alerts through it as well. So, hey, on this website, if there's a deal on this, if it drops below this price, please notify me and let me know. But what's really interesting about it is you can see the historical data. You can see, it went up, it went down. This is what it usually is on Black Friday, those kind of things. So it's pretty interesting. There's coupon finders like Honey that exist to try to find you coupon deals to give you the best deal. If you're trying to save a few bucks, maybe you already know what you want to get. You don't want to wait. You don't want to do this alert. You don't want to try to find. You just want to get it now. Try to use Honey or some other coupon finder. It'll try to search for a coupon and find you a coupon code at least. Then there's also some cashback apps. I don't use any cashback apps specifically, but there are some quality ones out there. So if you're going to be spending the money anyway, you look for a cashback app. Rule 1 that I will say with this is plan accordingly and have budget discipline in whatever you're doing. Research, plan, so that you can kind of make sure you're getting a good deal too, because sometimes things will go up in price before they come down. With that being said, that many people are online. Act quickly if you do find a good deal, but avoid fake urgency. Right. Avoid the marketing gimmick and things. Yeah. So to recap, plan ahead a time. Use aggregator websites to try to find those good deals. Use other tools, such as apps or coupon finders or price trackers to help you plan. And last and most importantly, stay disciplined. Right. Yeah. Stay disciplined. Keep your focus on what you want to do, and be careful. We're recommending deal aggregator websites, and I've mentioned a few. Be careful to make sure that what you are using is trusted.
Make sure it's a legitimate
site, and verify it beforehand. Don't trust everything you see on social media to what's being shared, because we see more and more of spam, and we see more and more phishing attempts for them to pretend to be somebody that they're not. So be careful. You're probably going to be online doing shopping if you're listening to this. So be disciplined, be careful too. But get some great deals while you're out there.
That's right.
You're going to be shopping anyway, so utilize this. Get you some good deals.
Go save some money. We're very lucky to have Beth McCrary and RJ Palhegyi, both with the Arts Center of Cannon County. Welcome back to the program.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great to be back.
If memory serves, I think it was about this time last year you guys were visiting us and telling us about all the great things going on in 2025. And if you can believe it, we're almost through the year.
Yeah, we've started a little tradition now here at
DTC. That's exactly right. We like it. We like it. Well, we have to get the word out because you guys, your schedule changes so much every year. It's always a fresh schedule. So
fresh schedule with always a very, very new and exciting thing sprinkled in there. It's never a dull moment.
That's the way. That's what we expect. That's how we like it. So before we get into some of the fun things going on, kind of for those that may have missed the last time you were on the program, if you would both introduce yourselves and kind of tell us your involvement with Arts Center. We'll start with you, RJ. If that's okay.
Yeah, I'm the Arts Education Director, so I'm in charge of our school shows and family shows. So we do 3 of those. It sort of goes with the school year, and those are all an hour-long show, just perfect for families to go out and see it. We get a bunch of schools that come and see those shows during the week, and we get a lot of young performers who get to be in those shows built specifically for them.
What about you, Miss Beth?
Well, I'm technically the chief operating officer there, which is executive director. It's just a fancier title. So I'm kind of just in charge of all things. We had some really great shows this year. We had Newsies, which just sold
Yes,
crazy.
Newsies did fantastic. Actually,
Oklahoma.
we had,
Oh, wow.
I'm forgetting the young man's name, but we had whoever's playing Pony Boy on the national tour
of Outsiders.
of the Outsiders that was just at TPAC a week or two ago. He came and saw Newsies and met some of the cast
Oh, that's
after the
pretty cool.
Outsiders, and
Yeah.
also that was a big success. The Mousetrap with Agatha Christie was a really, really big success. I really liked that one simply because I was in it. So
He might be partial, do you think?
A little bit.
Yeah.
We have $1 Million Quartet Christmas coming up starting December 5th. And that one will be a big hit. That one has a lot of people in the area are familiar with the Shake, Rattle, and Roll group that comes.
Yep.
Some of those guys are in it. Not all of them, but some of them are in it. So it's
I've
gonna be
heard
a fun show.
good things about that.
yeah, and they've been practicing already, and it's it's going to be good when they're practicing in August, and I'm still going home singing Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, what we have coming up in right after Thanksgiving is our Holiday Bazaar, which will be in the hall. And there'll be approximately 25 artists in there.
Now, kind of describe that for us, for those that don't know about it.
A lot of them are the White Oak artists that come in September. Some of them are not. Some of them are ones that are in our gift shop. And there's a couple that don't do either one. They just come to this. And they set up in the hall, if you've ever been in the big room in the hall, and in the lobby a little bit. And they won't actually be there, but they will have all their wares for sale. And we monitor it and sell it for them.
Right.
But it's it's open when we're open. But it's a great Christmas shopping time.
It's perfect timing for that.
Yeah, it's a lot of great.
So it runs until we close.
Yeah, it's a lot of great. I hate to lower it to knickknacks, but that's sort of the best way I could describe it. It's just a lot of cool, interesting, handmade things that you can't really find anywhere else except a place like the Arts Center.
See, I think a unique gift like that means more.
Oh, yeah.
To a lot of people, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Great stocking stuffers.
There are a lot of stocking stuffers. And there's just some very interesting things. A lot of jewelry, woodworking, soap, cups, mugs, pottery, paintings.
And so anytime the Art Center is open, people can browse
Correct.
that area. Right?
And it will be open until we close on the 21st is actually when $1 Million Quartet closes. We'll close for Christmas.
What's 2026 looking at? Do you want to kind of give us some dates, maybe some things coming?
Yes.
I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
We got Music Man, and they're already in rehearsals, and it sounds so good. I don't know if you're familiar with the old movie.
That's one that is great for the whole family.
It's for the whole family,
to
yeah.
come and see.
It is PG, but there's nothing in it that I can think of.
No,
Right.
it's a con man who comes to a small town and tries to convince him that he's a band leader and he's going to sell him all these instruments, but he's a fraud, and only the town librarian seems to see through him and the shenanigans that they get up to. And there's about
that sounds fun.
There's about 40 people in that
It's
one.
huge.
Wow, that's
huge
big.
cast.
Huge.
I bet
The music
backstage is packed
great.
on that one.
Yes. But when you hear some of the songs, you'll go, oh, that's where that's from.
Okay.
You know, when you hear
Yeah.
like 76 trombones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that's from.
Oh, okay.
It's from that
Trouble,
musical.
Yeah.
Trouble right here in
Yeah.
River City.
Okay. Yeah.
So that one runs January 23rd to February 7th.
So that'll be kicking the year off then.
It will.
Okay.
Then we have Children. Now, this is our main stage. Then we have Children of Eden, which we did back in 2003. So it's been a long time ago. It's based on the first few books of Genesis.
Okay.
A little bit loosely, not totally,
Right.
totally accurate, but
Right.
because it's a musical. But it's a beautiful story, and the songs are beautiful.
Yeah, and the music's by Stephen Schwartz. So he did Wicked, which I know there's another
Yeah.
Wicked movie coming out. So it's not as close to Wicked, but it is very, very,
And you guys
very
do such a
beautiful
good job with the music and the way they tie in with these musicals and stuff. It's not just the storyline. That adds a lot to it too. So that would be a great one.
Then 9 to 5 in June. Everybody's
that'll be
familiar with
fun.
that
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone should know that one here in
That's my
Tennessee,
era.
right?
That's my era. I remember when that
Yes.
came out.
Big Fish is in August. A lot of people are familiar with that movie.
Yeah, the
That's
Tim
gonna be
Burton movie. And that's another one that's going to be sort of big and a little weird, but in a fun
It's
sort
odd,
of
but
weird,
Yeah.
whimsical.
I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but it's basically kind of about tall tales
Okay.
in a way.
Yeah.
Is that what you would say?
Yeah, tall tales. This guy, his father, would tell him these big, outrageous stories, and
So he never believed them.
well, some of these stories end up being true, and
They're
the
just exaggerated.
fascinating
Oh, that's cool.
characters and
Yeah.
giants and stuff like that. And the biggest fish you've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That sounds fun. I'd like to see that
It's
one.
a good show. Then in October, getting ready for Halloween, we have Dracula.
A classic.
Oh yeah,
Not the musical, it's just the classic Dracula.
Yeah.
yeah. I'll be directing
you?
Dracula.
Yeah, it is.
Very nervous, but it'll be
be
fine.
good.
It'll be good. We're
Now,
gonna
were
have
you
lot
a big
of fun.
Dracula fan growing up? You remember kind of watching the movies and that
Yes,
stuff?
yes and no.
Yeah.
It was more like he always popped up in every cartoon that I watched.
Right.
And then it wasn't until I was older that I saw like an actual Dracula movie.
Right.
And this script is very close to the book. So if you're
that'd
into
be
that
good.
sort of gothic
Yeah.
horror, the Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves movie, it's very similar to that. And
That'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm swinging for the fences, so hopefully we're hitting it.
That'd be a good one. Yeah. That'll be great.
Well, the last one in December is a new one. It's called Christmas in Connecticut. Now, there is also an old movie with that, too,
Okay.
but it's a new play, and it's
New
a musical.
play, new musical, and it very much has that heartwarming Hallmark
Kind
sort
of a
of feel
Hallmark type
to
feel,
it.
yeah.
It's
Feel good story kind of thing.
yeah, it's a reporter who she has this alias and she's a big city girl, but she writes this column as if she's a good housewife on the farm taking care of the family, and no one knows except her and the editor. And then the owner of the paper decides he's going to send a war hero to the farm for Christmas because the article got the war hero through the war.
Oh, wow.
So they have to go to the farm, and she knows nothing about farming and doesn't have a husband and a baby, and
Yeah, so it's
hijinks all around.
Yeah.
it is like a Hallmark kind of movie.
That
to
sounds
me.
fun, though.
It is fun.
It's good for that time of year, too.
It is heartwarming.
Yeah.
Yep. And then again, we have Phantom Tollbooth going on right now, which is part of our school series. But continuing the school series in February, we have Junie B. Jones's Essential Survival School Guide to School. So it's a new Junie B. Jones musical because we did it about 2 years ago. So this is a whole new, same characters, but new story, new songs,
New script and everything,
new
yeah.
script and everything. So that'll be in February, and then in May, we're doing an adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit on stage
wow.
for the school shows.
That'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That'd be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I just sent a message to Haunted Woods in Lebanon because they had a giant snake head in the Haunted Woods. And I'm like, hey,
Just
we need
saying.
a dragon.
Yeah, we could use that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Halloween's over.
Yeah. Hey, help us out here. Yeah.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we also have concerts coming up. We have a lot of those.
You guys always have such great music shows.
Ultimate Rewind, which is a local, they're in Manchester. They'll be in January, and then the Eagle Maniacs, which is Eagles.
All Eagles, yeah.
Can't wait for that one.
That'd be good.
I'm very
Good.
excited for that
Yeah.
one.
And Sail On, which is a Beach Boys tribute. They've been here before, and they're a big hit.
Oh, I bet they're good.
They are very good.
Yeah.
Stairway to Zeppelin, and
I wonder who that could be.
yes, and then End of the Line, which is Allman Brothers.
Oh, yeah. I think, was that the same group that was here a couple of years ago?
They were good.
Yeah. Yeah. They were great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
These bands are very kind too. They put on great shows and keep coming back. So
Yeah.
it's,
That's a good
it's great
sign,
to
too,
see
that
them.
it's good for both you guys
Yes.
and them.
Yeah, because they
Absolutely.
rent our place. They get
The door.
they get beyond the
Yeah.
rental, whatever
Right.
that is.
Yeah. And sometimes, that's the only time that some of these local people get to go and have fun like that without, really trying to drive to Nashville or other places where it's hard to get in and park and all
You
that.
have to pay for parking.
Right.
And
It's
this
just
is
so
affordable
convenient.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
free parking and easy tickets.
Talk about season tickets. You guys offer season ticket packages, right?
We do. We start selling them typically in, we'll have either a season reveal or some kind of fundraiser. We'll start selling them then. It's end of July or August.
Okay.
for the following year.
Gotcha.
And right now they're still $80, which is a bonus
That's
for
a good
6
deal.
shows.
6 shows for $80.
Yeah.
It's a really good deal.
That is a good deal.
You can add in the kids shows, and I think it's another 30.
Yeah, 20,
no,
30
30.
bucks.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where,
so
where else
9
can you
shows.
go for that amount of money and have that
It's
many
a great
hours
Christmas,
of entertainment?
Christmas gift, because I mean,
Yeah.
all year somebody gets
Yeah.
their present.
They're
And a
making
lot of-
memories all year
Yes.
for that. Yeah.
And a lot of things that most of our season ticket holders do know, but I don't think a lot of people do know, is when you buy a season ticket, you have to buy whatever date you're going to. And it's, okay, something may come up in October, you know.
Right.
We gladly move tickets. There's no charge to move a ticket.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yes,
As we
you
said.
you may not get the same seat you've picked
Right.
out, but we'll.
But
move
you
the
work
ticket.
with people on that
Yeah,
to try to help. Yeah.
we understand life happens, but we still want to make sure you can come and see the show.
The shows are fun, but arts are a big part of your program too. Talk about the galleries and the different ways that you try to support local artisans there.
Yes, we do. That's a big part of our mission is visual arts.
Yeah.
We have 2 galleries, and they change out about every 6 to 8 weeks. Just depends on schedules and such. And
Right.
Heather has been doing our galleries for us. Heather Mulder, who's
She
also
does a
an
good job.
artist. And we have the gift shop, which is also local artists. We do take commission on the gift shop and gallery if anything sells, but we don't charge for people to show their work. And they have artist receptions to, so bring more people in. We try to have those during a show, so there's a lot more people to meet the artists. But we also have the Holiday Bazaar, and then we have the Big White Oak Craft Fair.
That was going to be my next question. Talk about that because that's exciting too.
Yes, it's once a year. It's September. It's the second full weekend of September every year. And this last year we had, I believe it was 78 artists. Is that correct?
Yeah,
That was on
yeah,
map?
yeah. I think we were knocking on the door of 80.
And we may
that's a lot.
change the but the layout of the map a little bit this next year. We've been looking at that. And so we can accommodate a few more because we're having people wanting to come. And there's no charge except for parking. And that goes to the rescue squad. They handle all our parking. We don't get any of that. They charge $5
good.
and they get it all.
And it helps you guys out too.
Oh, gosh. It's,
100%.
yes.
We had some bands this year
We
out
did
there.
have bands.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This was the second year we've had bands,
Yeah.
and they're from Nashville and surrounding areas, and they're mostly, would you say, bluegrass country type?
Bluegrass country
Kind of
type.
traditional
Yes,
music and stuff
traditional
like
that.
that.
kind of fits the
Let's go
vibe.
say
I
that
don't-
definitely fits.
I
yeah.
don't know where Heather found them, and for the life of me, I can't remember their name right now, but I thought it was
Black?
like, yes, the Brothers in
Brothers
Black.
in Black.
Brothers
That
in
was it.
Black.
They were so good.
They looked like they were 12 years old, and they were playing the best Johnny Cash music I may have ever heard.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So
That's
she's
great.
scheduling, she has connections.
Yeah.
And she's been scheduling music, which just adds a different layer to this fair, I
Sure.
think,
Sure. And that's always every September. Is that right?
September, the second full weekend.
Okay.
It's on Saturday and Sunday.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, next year, try to put it on your calendar because it is great shopping.
That's good stuff. Well, let's talk about education and how that ties in. Do you guys have any kind of classes planned for next year?
Well, we do have a fiber class coming up. I can look on our website. It's
It'll
probably
be on
already
there, yeah.
on there. It's Roberta. She was at White Oak, and she's going to have a class. It's actually 2 Saturdays.
Okay.
I mean, you come both Saturdays
Right.
to finish your project. And
So it's hands-on.
it's hands-on. It's
yeah.
a good. It's what she had there was beautiful. I don't know if you remember her in the hall. Anyway, we're also planning to have some acting classes this year
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yes, that's
for
the goal
some teens,
for
Yeah.
maybe
26.
middle school and teens.
For those that maybe want to get involved, but maybe don't have a lot of experience yet and don't know how to get
Or don't have the
started.
confidence yet
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
it,
Because all of our
learn.
shows are open auditions. Anyone can audition. There's like a few shows that have a few sort of caveats to who can and can't, just based on
on the character.
the show, the characters, stuff like that, the rights.
Other classes, the only other thing we have is like our conservatory, which is also, if kids don't feel comfortable yet auditioning, they can come and learn the audition process, and they learn how to act, sing.
Oh, that's
dance.
nice. too.
Dance, yeah.
Kind
And
of get
we're
their feet
also-
wet.
All while putting on a show.
And we're adding this year, we have 2 juniors, and then 6th through 12th, we have 1 senior conservatory, but we're adding, after senior, we're adding a 1-week tech class for those who don't want to be on stage, which we have some of those.
Yeah.
Which I'm one of those.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
And that's important though too.
Yes,
you need
have
that.
to have the tech person.
Yeah. So learning how to do lights, how sound works, mixing on the soundboard, building and designing sets, costuming, all that
that's fun.
is planned for this summer.
So that will be probably we're anticipating that be more like 8th grade and up.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, people are ready. They want those season tickets. They want to learn more. What's the best way to keep in touch with everything going on there?
Well, you can go on our website at centerofcc.com. You can go on Facebook, Arts Center of Canton County.
Instagram.
You can call us. Instagram. We do have an Instagram. You can call us at 615-563-2787, or you can just stop in 10 to 4 Tuesday through Saturday.
And I highly encourage people just to drop in from time to time. I mean, with things changing out every 6 to 8 weeks around there.
And also as I said,
it'll always be different.
Yes.
When we're open, the door is open. Like, I know we sold a lot of tickets to Mousetrap. The crew of that built one of the most incredible sets ever. And it's, hey, you want to come in and see what they're doing in the theater? Just come on in, check out what's going on.
Well, RJ, Beth, thank you so much for being on the program again.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
I hope you have a great Christmas season because that's upcoming. And we'll look forward to seeing all the great fun things in 2026.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Everybody stay tuned. We've got more of the program coming up in just a moment.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We've deployed a high-speed network that helps the best and the brightest enjoy better lives in our smart rural community. Great small businesses provide jobs that help workers earn a good living and provide for their families while strengthening local economies. We deploy fiber internet that helps those businesses succeed. Great doctor and patient relationships create bonds that lead to healthier lives. We deliver secure connections so every home and rural healthcare provider can connect to the best healthcare options. Great schools help knowledge-hungry students learn, think creatively, and follow their passions. We've built the network that helps their dreams take off. Great farmers provide the food that sustains and nourishes our nation and the world. We keep those farmers connected to the technology that ensures their crops can thrive. We've planned, engineered, and constructed a cutting-edge communications network. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Let's hand the microphone over to Justin again on this episode for his segment we call Tech News Roundup.
Apple has launched their new products. So we talked last month, the new iPhones came out, Apple Watches, but they have now introduced, they have swapped over to Apple Silicon, and they've introduced their next chip, the M5 chip, which is in the iPad Pro, and it's also in the MacBook Pro. Now, all they're offering right now is their baseline M5 chip. So they're not offering the Pro or the Max yet. It's going to come sometime next year. But we're seeing, the stock on that seems to be going well. The stock on iPhone seems to be going well. They're selling them well, except for the iPhone Air. I actually saw a report that said it looks like they're already going to scale the production of the iPhone Air back. So that was interesting to me. I don't think that it was as much of a hit as they thought it would be, releasing an ultra-thin phone.
Right.
But they're not the only ones releasing phones. Google also, Pixel 10 came out. It's hit the market. It's got a great new chip in it. Google is outpacing Apple by far in artificial intelligence incorporation with their Gemini product that is also new and improved, and we're seeing it in Google devices as well, because Google Home has actually went away. So their Google Home Assistant is gone. It's been replaced by Google Gemini on their devices. So it's the new updated new and improved form of artificial intelligence on home devices. And honestly, Amazon's done the same thing.
Yeah.
They've updated their Echo line. Alexa is now not just Alexa, but it is Alexa Plus is the new and improved version.
It's got to be better because it's got the plus
got to throw that plus in there. So you're seeing this across, especially the home assistant space, which I think is going to continue to grow. Smart homes, and now more than ever, it's how can you integrate this into your everyday life. I've been an individual who's had smart home features, and I'm very peculiar about what I use specifically, but it's so convenient.
It is.
It is so convenient when a light will come on, or the door will unlock, or my security system will automatically arm. It's wonderful. It's just going to be more and more user friendly. That's a lot of what we're seeing. It's so easy to use. It's so easy to get into it. Looking at the gaming space, we haven't talked about the gaming space too much, but we're finally getting into the point as we approach the holiday season. NVIDIA graphics cards, which have been out, their newest generation has been out since January, but we're just now starting to see the market stabilize where there's ready availability for them.
Right.
So those sales are up because people can get their hands on them and their full lineup.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yes, just in time for the holidays. So,
okay, I'm sure that was a coincidence.
Yeah, so if you're looking to buy a new device, maybe that is a manufacturer built, maybe you like to build your own PC, so you've got the opportunity to be able to go source those parts yourself. Nintendo, though, in the home console space, with the Switch 2 that came out in June, is just continuing to blow out the sales of the Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch sold very, very well. And it's interesting because most hardcore gamers do not consider themselves to be somebody who would play the Nintendo Switch.
Right.
But there is something about the way that they are able to design their products and market their products that they continue to outpace Nintendo does. Last thing we'll talk about, OpenAI. It's the only real AI thing outside of the smart home stuff we're going to talk about. Released a new artificial intelligence video generation software. So they had already released Sora. Well, now they've released a newer model of it, Sora 2, that came out at the beginning of October. And it's limited access. Unfortunately, I don't have access to it because I refuse to pay for it because I'm trying to get an access code. So if you're out there listening and you have an access code that you can give out, please let me know. But what this does, it's limited to 60-second clips, but its accuracy compared to other models is unreal. And this is where we're going to start to see the issues with copyright and using other people's likenesses come into play because its ability to copy other people's likenesses, both their physical features and even their voices and things like that, is unreal up to this point. Now, all of these videos that I've seen are watermarked, so that it is AI, but the way that it's able to synchronize the sound and the body movements and everything is very, very, very well done. And so it is scary when we see this being done with artificial intelligence. It's interesting because you can make, again, it's limited, so there's people piecing together videos and making shorts or reels with them, which is, it's interesting what you can do. Scary, 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 scary. Nonetheless, on what may be done. So there's your recap of what's happened in tech news. A lot of it focused around we're getting into the holiday season.
Well, thanks, Justin. I appreciate it. And now let's take a look at where DTC will be in the month of November with our segment, What's Up DTC. Starting us off for this month is the Wilson County Career Quest at the Farm Bureau Expo Center in Lebanon on Tuesday, November the 11th and Wednesday, November the 12th. And then to wrap it up, we have the Smith County Career Day at the Ag Center in South Carthage on Wednesday, November the 12th. So if you're in the area, I hope you'll stop by and see us and say hello. All right, I think that's going to wrap up this episode of the Local Click. Thanks, Justin, for all of your information and everything you bring to the program each and every month. And thanks to all of our guests as well. And we hope you go out and find some of those great bargains that are coming up soon for the holiday season, as well as watch some great television and spend some great time with family on the Thanksgiving holiday. Hey, you can always watch The Local Click on YouTube on Thanksgiving Day if you want to. If you run out of things to watch, just watch us. So, but having said all that, we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, and we will see you next month to talk all about Christmas.
Learn more about the show by visiting us online at thelocalclick.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcast or video platform so you won't miss our next episode of The Local Click. See you next month.